Hi everyone, and welcome to this Warhammer Online live stream event. Good to see you all here in the chat room, and as always, of course, this is early stuff for us, testing out the YouTube streaming. So as always, I'm looking for your feedback. If you see anything nasty going on, if you see any major lagging or anything like that, be sure to let me know in the comments below, please indeed. Alright, so as always, I'm getting used to my new tools that I've got here as well, and I'm not sure how delayed the chat is. I'm trying to keep up with it. Of course, you guys know I love to interact live here on our live streams. So if you type a question and I don't answer it, it's just because there's a bit of a lag with the chat or something like that. I'm not sure, but I can see Skyfo in there. I can see Irexidius, and who else have we got there? Just having a look. Yeah, the Larsel Muir, hello. So nice of you all to come along. Yes, hello, big wave to you. Alright, so the live chat seems to be updating relatively quickly, so I guess we'll get right into it and I'll try and keep an eye on that. So here we go. This will be the first in a series of a number of live stream events for me that are concentrating on some of the MMOs that are no longer really in the spotlight. So for example, this one here, Age of Reckoning, Warhammer Online. I think it came out in about, I think it was end of 2007, beginning of 2008, somewhere around there, and it was going to be the next big thing. It was the WoW killer, it was everything, you name it. Good old Electronic Arts and Games Workshop going nuts, making a big song and dance about it. I'm sure you all remember that. What happened? Well, when it launched, it was indeed huge. It was massive. In fact, myself, Tallahassee, a bunch of my friends, we played the heck out of this game for a good many months, and then it died in the rear. Skyfo 100, how are you today, Sambo? I'm very good. And D-Lane 814, good to see you here, by the way. Who's that? Muppet Bra? Hello to you as well. Who's that? Radiation Storm from Rift? Well, a big hello to you indeed. And D-Lane 814, some of you guys may know him as Sayo Mayo from our Final Fantasy XIV series. Good to have you along, my friend. And again, I think the chat's a little bit delayed, but I will keep an eye on it. So yep, when this came out, it was huge and a lot of people played it. The servers were bustling. Now, those of you who aren't familiar with Warhammer Online, yes, it's a PvE game. You can go through the entire thing just doing PvE questing, but of course the big focus about this game was the PvP side of things. So not only were there battlegrounds and instances just like everything else, but this has realm versus realm combat. So big thing about Warhammer was the RVR, and it was a very PvP centric world, and in fact we'll see some of that when we are on today. I'm going to show you a little bit if we can. And that's basically open world battles, and you're always battling for territory in this game. That's what it's all about. So there you go. Yes, indeed, everyone does want to be the WoW killer, D-Lane. There's no doubt about it. This one, unfortunately, was headed up by a guy, I'm not going to name names, but the producer of this is actually the same producer as the guy that's producing Star Wars The Old Republic. And that, quite frankly, makes me quake in my boots, because I've got a funny feeling that the same fate is going to happen to Star Wars The Old Republic. Certainly hope not. Yeah, let's hope that history doesn't repeat itself. And yes, by the way, the Blocksmiths. A big hello to the Blocksmiths. Now, I'd like a special shout out to the Blocksmiths, who in my last live stream took down a detailed technical appraisal of the event and gave that to me. And you know what? That provided me with a bunch of information that allowed me to make some tweaks to my stream. Now, this week, folks, I'm looking for more feedback, and I want to know when it's good, when it's bad, when it's lagging. This week, I'd say that the stream quality is going to be lower than it normally is. Now, don't let this picture that you're seeing here sort of give you any false impressions. You can see it's nice and clear, but that's because it's static. Once we start running around the world, it's probably going to break up a little bit, go to a slightly lower resolution, but hopefully that will mean there won't be any lagging. You won't hear my voice breaking up and all the rest of it. So it's going to be lower quality, but a lot smoother, I hope. So anyway, there we go. All right, and by the way, hello to you as well. 4:33 a.m. in Spain. My Lord. Okay, that's dedication for you. Thank you very much for waiting up and coming along to join us here. Very much appreciate it. All right, folks, so let's get right into it. I've actually already rolled a character, by the way, and that is a Bright Wizard on the Empire side. But I thought I'd start on this screen just for those of you who aren't familiar with the classes and the two different factions, so you can actually see what it's all about. So of course you've got two realms. One is the realm of order, and the other is the Realm of Destruction. If you're familiar with any Warhammer Online properties, you'll know all about that. In this game, you can choose from 3 different factions within, or rather 3 different races, I guess, within the different factions. So if we start over here, the Realm of Order, obviously you can be dwarves, you can be the Empire, and you can be the High Elves. So the Empire are basically human, the Elves are elves, and the Dwarves are dwarves. If you choose to roll, I was going to say Horde then, if you choose to roll on the Horde, there we go again, on the Realm of Destruction, Sambo, this is not, wow, here we go. And hey there, Flawless Angels, nice to see you as well. If you roll on the Realm of Destruction, you get to go good old greenskins there, good old gobbies, love them. You get to go Chaos with their awesome armor, and of course the Dark Elves, which are the opposite of the High Elves. Now, by the way, folks, if you are noticing my voice is a bit croaky, I've just come from an epic DCUO League Alert run where we did Smallville on the Kent farm there, and that took about 2.5 to 3 hours. I'm exhausted and my voice is shot, so my apologies up front. There we go. Who's that? Delhi Panda 101. Hey there, mate, how are you? And Macredible, what's up? It's up to you as well. So anyhow, folks, that's what they look like. I'm not sure, let's see if I click into one of them, what's going to happen. Alright, so I can give you an overview of basically the different types of classes that are available in each of these. So we'll just quickly scoot through these. We've got the Chopper, who is a melee DPS. We've got the Squig Herder, which is like a hunter. He's a pet class, range DPS. We've got the Black Orc, which is a tank. And we've got the Chamois, which is a healer. That's what you get if you roll the greenskins. Now, if we roll Chaos, let's go into Chaos. Now, a lot of these you can also choose male or female as well, and they look very, very cool. These models here are awesome. Our tank here is the Chosen. Now let's see if I click on one. That's what. Okay, so I can click on these. That's what they look like with their starting gear, by the way. What you're seeing off to the side here is them with their actual end game gear. So that's what you could end up looking like. We've got the Marauder, which is a melee DPS, and we've got the Magus, which is range DPS on their floating disc there. Very cool. And the class that I love to play in Warhammer Online, which is this, the Zealot. They're a dark healer. Very, very cool. Now what I want to do is quickly, we'll go back into the Gobbos, just so you can see these classes here. Here we go. So this is what a chopper looks like when you first roll one. Very cool. I love the models in this game. This is what the Black Orc, the Squig Herder looks like. And we've got the Black Orc there. It's the tank. He's got his sword stuck. And we've got, hey, get on there. There we go. You've got the Shaman with their iconic, that is such a cool animation there. Iconic animations there for their healing. I love playing a chamois in this game. Alright, and finally, of course, we've got the Dark Elves. Let's take a quick look at the classes that you can play if you choose Realm of Destruction and a Dark Elf. You've got your melee DPS, and these guys are awesome. They're kind of like a rogue, I guess, is the best way of doing it. Offensive melee career, and they favour ambushes and quick attacks. So very much like a rogue. And I love the character models on here as well. We've got ourselves a Sorceress, which is basically a mage, dark magic mage there. They're the ranged DPS. Here we go, and we've got the Blackguard. This is the tank if you're playing on the Dark Elves. That's what they look like with their big shield. And then finally, we've got a healer. Now, the healers in this game are awesome. They are absolutely amazing. Why? Because they are DPS. That's right, you heard me. I'm going to repeat myself. They are DPS heals. In fact, they need to be in the front line. You can see it here where it says a frontline healer. Disciples use soul reaping to gather soul essence from their foes, striking them down in the name of Cain. So you actually have to be right up front on the battlefield and going bang, bang, thok, thok, actually hitting things to basically heal. It's bizarre and really interesting, and I love it. Love being a disciple of Cain. They are fantastic. So there you go. That is the Realm of Destruction. Now, what if you want to choose the Realm of Order? Let's have a look at the Dwarves. These guys rock, by the way. They're so funny. Alright, first up, we've got our ranged DPS here, and you can see that they are a mechanical gadget-based class, and they're basically engineers, and they are defensive ranged fighters who specialise in gadgets and black powder weapons. They can also summon pets like turrets and traps. So if you've ever played basically an engineer in Team Fortress 2, that's exactly what they are. And Skyfo, yeah, I love the Dark Elf classes as well. Now again, I am watching your chat, guys. I'm definitely reading it. If I don't answer your question straight away, it's just because the chat's delayed. I'm not sure. This whole YouTube streaming thing is still in beta, and sometimes the chat gets hung up. So my apologies in advance, but I am glancing at it every now and then. Okay, we've got another one here, which is our tank. This guy here, and he's got a grudge mechanic, you can see there, and he specialises in physical defence, and you can tell by his short, stout body there and his shield. We've got another one here. This is the heals. The heals in this game are a rune priest. Bang, bang, thok, thok, that's right. No, not fuck, excuse the French, it was thok, thok. We don't hear that language here, thanks very much. Can I just randomly ask why you're not interested in Lotro? Incredible, you are completely wrong. Lotro is the next live stream in this Let's Look at Old MMOs series. Next week will be Lotro, so you are 100% incorrect there, my friend. I love Lotro. In fact, I've probably got about 3,500 hours played on Lotro, so there you go. But today we're looking at Warhammer Online, because it's one that people don't pay any attention to anymore, and it still rocks. Rune Priest here, rune crafting, and they are ranged, obviously specialising in runic magic. Very cool class to play. And right at the back here we've got our melee DPS. Look at this mad guy. He was added later into the game, actually, a Slayer. This guy is stark raving bonkers mad, and it says here, you can see his mechanic is Enrage. He likes to get, soon to be put on a shirt, eh? There you go. Alright. Oh dear, oh dear. Okay, so melee DPS, and his mechanic is Rage, kind of like warriors in World of Warcraft. But this guy gets hopping mad. He gets red-faced. A Slayer focuses on brutal offensive attacks, and their rage builds up, becoming more and more powerful. So it's very cool, this guy. I like him. Let's head back here to the Realm of Order, and we'll check out the elves now. The elves are very cool. Love their elf starting zone, by the way. And you can see they've captured the iconic Games Workshop elf look very, very well here, by the way. And let's have a look. Who have we got? We've got the healer. So the healer looks like a healer. That's what they are. They're long range, and they use the balance of winds of magic. It's a very cool class to play, and again, that's what their starting gear looks like. Here we've got the tank without a shield. That's right, they mix it up here. This is the Sword Master. So if you've ever played a game as a tank and not had a shield, you're going to find this just a little bit weird. By the way, can I join you in Lotro, Incredible? Yes, of course you are able to join us. I've got lots of characters over there. Skyfo saying, "I've never played Lotro." Skyfo, goodness me, I'm shocked. It is a great game. It's a really, really good game. The graphics aren't, I mean, the landscape graphics are fantastic. The character animations are a bit off, but the actual gameplay, if you're a Lord of the Rings nerd like I am, it is fantastic. It's probably the game outside of WoW that I've spent the most time in, and I love it. Anyhow, this is the Sword Master, a sword tank. That's right. And you have to basically have all these different fighting balances and stances. It's very cool, and that's what you will look like at the end game. This guy here is also awesome. I love the look on this one. This is the White Lion, and basically they're the pet class. Again, mixed up here, because you would think that a pet class, which this is ranged. They're not. They're actually melee DPS. It's an offensive melee attacker. So again, this is Warhammer Online really mixing up the classes here. Rather than being ranged, they are melee. And the Great White Lion that you get as a pet is awesome. Seriously, it's fantastic. Rounding out the High Elves here is the Shadow Warrior. This is your ranged DPS. So if we spin her around, you can see what she got on her back there. That's right, she's got a bow and arrow. So a flexible, offensive attacker at any range, because she can get down and dirty with her sword up close, but of course ranged with her bow and arrow weapons at the back there. And they are also a lot of fun to play. So there you go, that's the classes in there. But today, excuse me, what we're focusing on is these guys here, the Empire. Now I'm just going to have a sip of my tea because I am losing my voice. I did warn you guys. Good old Melbourne tea. Sorry about that. Alright, so here we go. We've got the Witch Hunter. Now this guy is very unique and very cool. You can see he's got his pistol there. This is a melee DPS class, even though he's got a pistol. Now, even though you think he's got a pistol, therefore he should be ranged, no. He is the offensive melee career in the Empire side. And basically, he's relying on careful movement and infiltration to allow them to close the distance to their targets, and then boom! It's basically a sawn-off shotgun or a musket to the face, and they also have that lovely sort of musketeer sword on there, and they look very flamboyant, and you can see there is in-game armor. He's got the witch's hat and all the rest of it. Very cool class to play. It's nice. What else have we got here? We got the heals. Now this again is mixing things up. This is a close combat healer. You can see he's got his great big axe or mace or whatever you want to call it there. It's a warrior priest, and they use righteous fury to power their support and healing magic. So again, they need to get in there, get down and dirty, and the fury builds up via dedicated prayers and melee combat. So you need to be, that's right, down and dirty. You need to be hitting things in order to heal. It is very cool, and they are also mad bastards, seriously. Here we have the tank. Look at this guy, will you? These are awesome. Their in-game armor looks amazing. And you can see there that they have these commands, which are kind of like shouts, I guess. And they specialize, obviously, in group support. And they shout commands to their allies in the heat of battle. And those commands actually improve the performance of the group. So they're like a group buff. Very cool. Knights can have as many as 3 of them active at any given time, by the way. Then folks, what we're playing today, the Bright Wizard. If you've ever heard of the class, rather the name Glass Cannon, this is it. The Bright Wizard is the most glass, most cannony, well, range DPS mage I've ever come across in any game ever, period. Cheesy burgerification, yes, this game is indeed free to play now. It is optional. You can either pay or you can go on the free-to-play servers. So if you are keen, then get along to warhammeronline.com, and you're able to actually download the game and play exactly as I am today. Get straight in, have access to all classes, all areas, all everything. It is just awesome. Totally free to play. There you go. Sidious, only person here who hasn't played an MMO. That's okay. It's alright. We were all noobs at one point. Did they put the knight in? Yes, they did, Skyfer. They've actually added back in a lot of classes, just like the greenskins as well, like the chopper that was new as well. So DDO is awesome indeed. The Blocksmiths, I like that. We will absolutely be covering off DDO as well. I love DDO. It's classic old school dungeoneering there, just like Dungeons and Dragons, and I love it. Super puzzly, adventure-y, old school sort of D&D type stuff. We'll definitely be doing that. So here we go. This week will be Warhammer. Next week will be Lotro. The week after will be Dungeons and Dragons Online. The week after that will be Age of Conan, and the week after that will be Vanguard. And we will probably cycle through something like that. We'll also check out some other MMOs. I also play EVE Online. Hands up in the chat room who has played EVE Online. That is a fantastic game, and I can't wait to show you guys if you've never seen that. It's, oh, I just love it. Glass Cannon, your middle name, isn't it? That's right, Muppet Bruh. I absolutely, and by the way, Test Blocksmiths, I saw your test there. Flames, yes, that's right. These guys are nuts. So as you can see here, they are an offensive ranged career. The Bright Wizards wield powerful magic that is extremely lethal to anyone in the vicinity. The spell Combustion in particular allows Bright Wizards to increase their spell power to such dangerous levels that they risk miscasting and hurting themselves in the process. Now that's an important point, and you'll see that when we go through our Bright Wizard career here in Warhammer Online. If I let it build up too much, it can actually what's called backfire, and it actually hits me. It's so powerful that they can't contain that spell power, I guess. So there you go. Alright, so answering a couple of questions here before we head on in. Let's have a look. We'll just go back. I don't know if it's just me, Sambo, but the mic is getting a little choppy sounding. Yeah, look, that happens from time to time. Just a reminder, guys, that I am streaming all the way from Australia, and of course the Google servers are in the US, so it's never going to be, my streams are never going to be like watching a stream that's originating in the US, which looked basically like watching the game for live. Mine are always going to be of lesser quality, certainly because of the tyranny of distance. It's just a fact, you know, I'm thousands and thousands of miles away from you. It's science that's getting in our way. So I think, again, this is probably going to be a lot better quality stream than we had last time, but I'm looking for your feedback, and that will be cool. So you'll see here that a lot of people, are saying that the skipping seems to have fixed itself. It's just one of those things. If you stay on the channel, and I suggest that you either, if you're watching on the front page of my channel, actually click in to the YouTube video link itself and watch it on the watch page. That seems to get better results for some reason. But as always, if it gets hitched or stuck, it could be actually your end, because there's so many hops that this has to get to you. I have a health indicator. You can't see it here. It's on my other computer, but it's showing me whether my connection to the Google servers are good or not. Now, it will let me know when I'm dropping frames and all that sort of stuff. So far it's been really good. So if there are errors, it could be your connection between you and the Google server. What I urge you to do is just refresh the entire page. Just literally hit the refresh button on your browser. What that will do is it will re-establish your connection with the Google CDN streaming server, because that's probably what's gone wrong. All right. So I'm just going to quickly have a look now before we go any further at my errors, and I can see those down here. And let's have a look. Okay, you see I've had no dropped frames in this entire stream so far, so I'm pretty happy about that. So it looks like all of the hard work done by the Blocksmiths, and indeed all of your guys' feedback from last time, has enabled us to really tidy this up. So looking like it's good for you guys. Now again, before we hop into the game, just a word of warning, because I don't want you guys spamming the chat channel. Once we start streaming and moving, the quality will go down. Okay, I'm just telling you that right now. It looks nice here on a nice static picture, but trust me, once we go into the game, it's going to drop down to lower resolutions. Now, I would rather that, don't worry, I've tested it. It's not going to drop down so low that you can't see what's going on, but it most definitely doesn't look like this. But it will be a smooth stream, and you should have a nice crisp quality of sound and my voice. So I'd rather go for smooth than a whole bunch of robotic, laggy, jolty areas, if you know what I mean. So still looking for your feedback. And yeah, I'm very happy you could help me as well, by the way, Blocksmiths. But I'm looking for your feedback. Again, expect it to go blocky, but if it starts completely screwing up, that's when I want to know, okay? So expect it to be a little bit bad. So here we go, folks. What I've done, I've already rolled a character, and I've already done the very first opening quest, which was just to kill a couple of guys, just to get us underway, and I've got a hand in waiting for us in there. Let's hop in, let's play on her. Here we go, loading the interface as we rock and roll in. I'm looking forward to this. I haven't played Warhammer Online for quite a while. And there are a couple of things that I do want to go through with you in the game. And of course, there are things that are unique to Warhammer Online. I'm really going to look forward to that, because one of them I'm going to bring up straight away. And here we are. Now it says up the top there's a Spirit of War. The live event is active, but this is my character. Let's zoom in on her face. There she is. Let's have a cheer, shall we?
Hey! Woo!
And of course you can tell that in this game there are voiced emotes, which is great. Unlike another game that I can think of, Star Wars The Old Republic, cough, cough, cough. Anyway, alright, so this is what the game looks like in world. As you can tell, it looks like pretty kind of standard MMO fare, but it is actually quite unique. It's kind of cool. I like the way it looks. Now, one thing you will notice down here in the chat log is there is heaps and heaps of gold spam in this game, like tons of it. All you need to do is right click and report spam, and you'll get rid of the main offenders there. Now, there are a few elements of the UI that I do want to go through that are sort of, again, unique to Warhammer Online. Now that skipped just then, that was actually my game skipping, just in case you were wondering. So I'm just going to run around for a second to get the stream all warmed up. And while I do this, if you like, could I have some feedback? You guys let me know if the picture is breaking up really, really badly, or if it's still relatively okay. Let's zoom in on some detail stuff. We'll just have a look at this guy here. What's that looking like? Is it all good? Hopefully it shouldn't be having any major big glitches. So there we go. Alright, so like I said, I want to take you guys through a couple of the elements of the interface that are way different. And I'm watching the live stream. I can see it hitching a little bit there, but I think for the most part we should be relatively okay, I hope. Anyway, looking for your feedback in the comments. Alright, so the biggest thing, of course, is it's pretty much like any other MMO. We have our normal elements. We've got our hotbar down the bottom here, which you can have multiple. I've only got just the one here. We've got our map up the top. Here is a scenario queue. This here allows us to join battlegrounds. I'm not going to do any of them right away, although we might at the end of the episode. You can see I've got a whole bunch of them open for me, and you can basically join PvP. Because it's such a PvP-centric game, you can actually join PvP really, really early on, and in fact at level 1, which is what I am. So they're encouraging you to go and start PvPing right from the outset. So if you're a PvPer, seriously, this game is for you. There are so many PvP options. Not only battlegrounds like this, but the entire game itself is world zone PvP. It's set up for it. Realm versus realm. It's actually really good. And thank you very much there. Everyone's giving different results. I guess it depends where you are in the world. So we'll see if we can do that. If we don't do it in this episode, we'll do it in another one. Up the top here we've got our world map. Now I'm going to click on that, and this shows you very important information. For a start, up the top here, if you can see where I'm wriggling my mouse, upper right, that's the zone control. And you can see in this case it's all blue. That means it's all controlled by the Empire right now. And you fight for these zones. And every single zone has these areas where, here we are, down the bottom right, down the bottom here. Up the top there is our enemy. That up there is, in fact, like you can see where it's red, that shows an RVR lake. Alright, so that is enemy territory. You can go right in, and as soon as we get out of this little newbie PvE zone, we're going to be in the thick of the action, PvP action. Now if I go right out, you can see this game actually shows you, it's so important that it shows you the campaign status in the different Empire versus Chaos areas of the game. And for example, here we are, we've got Empire, we've got Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 and Tier 4 where the home cities are. And you can see here we've got Altdorf and we've got the Inevitable City. Now those are the home cities, the main cities of the factions. Now this is good because you can actually steal them, you can take them, you can attack them. Realm versus realm, folks. You can go in, get a raid ready, get a group ready, and literally assault the enemy city. And in the process, taking away their ability to perform quests, use the auction house, you name it. It is absolutely incredible. So, yes. Now to answer your question there, Asura, yes, you can entirely level up PvP only. This game, you can completely avoid PvE completely, totally. Never do a PvE quest in the entire game, and you can level your way up through realm versus realm content out in the open world and through doing battlegrounds. It's just amazing. The choice is yours. Conversely, of course, you can go through the whole game just PvE. If you don't like PvP, you can do the whole PvE thing. It is absolutely amazing. And BioWasp, yes, this is the game that a lot of people say is bad. It is not that bad. It really isn't. It's a great game. But here we can see, for example, a couple of things. Here is Nordland and Norska. Now, Norska is where we are. We're in Tier 1 here. And if I click on that, it'll take us to... No, wait a minute. Wrong map. Sorry, my bad. Let's go right back up to the world map. We've got Empire, Chaos, Dwarves, Greenskins, Land of the Dead, and High Elves versus Dark Elves. If we go in here, here we are. This is where we are here, Nordland. If I zoom back out again, you can see there's, I hope you can see them, there's a pair of crossed swords on there. That means that this is currently under contention. We are actually being attacked. Excuse me. And you can see that up at the top here, this is the good guys, this is where they come from, and then basically it's like this map. Hang on, here we are. Yeah, they meet in the middle. So this is all okay and newbie zone for the bad guys, if you like. This is for us here down the bottom, and we clash in the middle. So if I bring this map out, let's click on here. This middle area here is where we clash. This is where we start down the bottom. Up the top is where these guys were. We're down the bottom of this map. In the middle, you can see the RVR lake, the red bit. That is the top of that as well. And look at that. We've actually got hotspots. And the game shows you where there are PvP hotspots. Now, if I hover over that, hopefully you'll see down here, look at the tooltip. You won't be able to read it. But a tooltip pops up and it says that there's a small hotspot. 8 or more people are battling in this area. This one, 16 people are battling in the area. It's a medium hotspot. Got another one, another medium hotspot. This game is not dead, folks. PvP players love this game. If you like PvP, it is awesome. And the maps are set up to display the information in an amazing way. Now, if you're wondering what these chests are on the map, these are public quests, and we'll get through them another time. But basically, public quests are areas in the game where you join up with random people in a group. You don't even have to do anything. It just puts you into a group when you hit the area, and you do group questing right then and there with whoever's around. It's fantastic. But you can see here there is a heated battle, and look at that. Look at that. Up the top there, the zone control has shifted. That zone control is now completely chaos controlled. They have actually taken over all of the points. And you can see here these battlefield objectives. They're these little shields on the map. And you can see the Harvest Shrine, and it says that the objective is controlled by the Forces of Destruction. And this one here is the Festenplatz, and this one is the Nordland. They are all now controlled. If I wanted to, and if I was in the area, I could hop straight in there, go in and try and fight for them back. It's this constant backwards and forwards struggle. Because, folks, when you own your zone, you get bonuses, and they come up on the screen and actually show you what they are. Now, if you want, you can actually click on the war report. You probably can't see it, but there's a little medal here next to the mini-map. We click on that, and we can actually see what's going on. This is the war report. Now if I go to Chaos versus Empire, here we go. You can see the more, and you can see the relic status. You can see if they're available to claim. There are massive fort battles. You actually have to assault forts and enemy battlements and try and take them over as well. But at the end of the day, what it means is you get these like big zone-wide buffs if you claim your territory. Now because right now we've lost our territory, I'm not getting any buffs. There are lots of incentives for actually going there and fighting back for it. Another incentive for fighting back is because it makes the people who are questing through the zone get more XP, and also gives them strength and hit point boosts and all that sort of stuff. So it's actually really, really important. So there you go. What's he saying here? Sambo, check the Facebook. Oh, thank you very much, Blocksmiths. I would love to be able to check that out. Northerization, yes, this is free to play. Absolutely, it is definitely free to play. So I suggest you download it. Now there we go. This here is a large hotspot. Again, showing you just how popular this game is. 24 or more people are in that particular little area right there. So it is not dead, folks, not dead at all. We go and have a look at some of the other zones. This is what the High Elf, Dark Elf zone looks like. You can see you've got the Blighted up the top there, and down the bottom here we've got the, where are we, Blighted and the Trace. That's right, so they're the two zones there that we fight for right at the very beginning, and you can see that at the moment they are destruction controlled. The mid-tier, tier 2, is currently order controlled, and again this is the major cities here. We've got the Inevitable City again, and Altdorf, which is the order city. Each at the moment are actually contested. You can see these here are contested, and it tells you what ranks you can go to contest them. It says there rank 37 to 40. Now rank is indeed the same as level in this game, and right in the middle there, look at that, the big swords. There is a massive fight going on between the forces of destruction and order as they fight for their tier 4 actual cities. It is really exciting stuff, folks. There's the Dwarf versus Greenskin stuff, the Empire versus Chaos, the High Elves versus the Dark Elves, and we have Land of the Dead, which is just one big zone. And at the moment it is controlled by destruction as well. As you can see, there's lots of awesome information on these maps. They are really fantastic, really well designed, and everything you need is right there. Now what you can't see possibly is this. This is a quest. I have a quest tracker here as well as out in the game UI, and if I hover over it, you can't tell, but my little pip is on it down here. It actually marks them out on the map, so you can see exactly where you need to go. You can turn that on or off, and you can also turn on the HUD tracking as well. Very, very customizable. It's fantastic. Yeah, basically the differences between free to play and pay to pay, you know what, I actually don't know. I can't remember. I haven't come across anything in the free to play that I can't do right now. I'll tell you that. Now, more information. If we hover over this on the map, it actually gives us in the tooltip there an idea of what we need to do, which was slaughter 3 marauders nearby and then return to Samuel Twitty. And you can see I've got 3 out of 3. So it shows you the count, and it even shows me down here where I need to go. Now, if I close the map, you can see it's here as well. Here is the quest tracker underneath my mini-map, so it shows me there, and it shows me in the tooltip as well. And of course, as I get more quests, they will stack up. Now, let me get into some sky so you can see it. Where are we? Let's move along here. There we go. So you can see it right there. Now, I can also zoom in and zoom out on the mini-map. It's a very responsive mini-map, by the way. And you can see my quest objective is marked there as well. So that's the mini-map. That's the war zones there, the scenarios. I promise you we'll try and do one of them before we actually go. Hey there, Seb. How's it going? Nice to see you. And we've also can configure the filters, so I can turn on and off all the things like trainers, public quests, keeps. That's the name I was looking for before. You get to assault keeps, enemy keeps, and they're randomly out in the world, and they are lots and lots of fun, by the way, because you literally do a keep. You've got the attacking people coming in from the outside, you've got the defenders holed up inside, you've got pots of oil that you throw on your attackers, you've got drawbridges. It is classic old school basically keep assaults. It's amazing. There's so much content in this game, it's ridiculous. Alright, before we go further, before I talk you guys to death, there's a couple more things I do want to show you which are extremely important, which I love about this game. Let's go through the icons here. Here's our abilities window. We won't dwell too much on them. At the moment, I've basically got a fireball, and that fireball builds a thing called combustion. Now, combustion is the thing in the middle. I don't know if you can see it at my feet there. There's a little icon on the hotbar. That there builds up. The more I build it up, the more stuff happens. And you won't be able to see it on this tooltip, but if it's at 1 to 10, I get +4 critical chance and +10% critical damage and +4 explosion chance, etc, etc, etc. The more I build it up, it goes all the way to 100. If I build that up by using abilities that build up combustion, I actually get this, +35% crit chance, +100% crit damage, and +35% explosion damage. That is why these guys are dangerous. They are dangerous, but of course it takes a while to build it up to 100, so you've really got to decide when you use a combustion ability. And speaking of which, the fireball builds combustion 10 at a time, and of course throws out a fireball, and it has a chance to cause an explosion. The second ability here is Ignite. That's an instant cast, and by the way, the fireball is a 3-second cast, so you can see how they've balanced that. It builds combustion, but it's 3 seconds. It's got a 100-foot range, massive range. The second one here is Ignite. That's my instant, and that is a hex, which not only causes my target to burst into flames, dealing elemental damage to them, but it does so over seconds, over 9 seconds. It's very, very cool. I love that. The third one here is Meltdown. Now this is the combustion ability, and you can see there it actually consumes all my combustion, but depending on how much combustion I have, it also gives 100 up to 100 damage. It is very, very cool. I love it. Now we'll get more abilities as we go on. You can filter and sort them all down here. You can see we've also got our crafting abilities here as well, and this is our passives. So that's how that works. The second one I've got here is my backpack. This is your inventory, and you can see I've got some stuff in here. I've got a book of binding. That's basically my Hearthstone. And you can see here's one of the differences between free to play, I think, and pay to pay, is I only get 2 big bags. I think we have to unlock them. You can click there to purchase the next group of backpack slots. I don't care. They're fair enough. Up the top here are sorted lists. We've got quest items at the end, crafting items, currency items, and we've got our normal backpack. And it's great that they keep them all separate there as well. So there's lots of bag space right off the bat. This here is our character. Let me just quickly check comments. Try to dance, Sambo. Absolutely, I'll be dancing in just 1 second. And hi there, Jeff. How's it going? Yeah, I know all of them have a fireball, but this is a very unique fireball, trust me. Here we have our standard character paper doll, and of course all our slots around the edge there. You can see we've got our... Now let's see, if I bring up the inventory again. Where's my inventory gone? Here it is, which is B for backpacks. There we go. If I got a pair of gloves, yeah, but they're actually ranked 2, so I can't wear them. But you can do compare tooltips as well, just like any other game. Pretty easy. It also shows you your raid lockouts and your brags. I'll show you brags later on. It's very cool. You've got your main menu, of course, where you can customize the interface, set up macros, which is very cool. It's a game that you can rely on macros for. You've got parties and warbands here. Parties and warbands are basically your grouping part of the game, and you can see who's looking for group in the world. You can search and do public quests, all that sort of stuff. That's basically your social stuff. You've got your options, lots and lots of options in the game, lots of different targeting options. And by the way, the reason for that is because, of course, PvP centric. Lots of people like different styles of combat and targeting and control, and I must say it's very robust in this game, without a doubt. Here we've got our guilds. You can actually look for guilds. Here's all the guilds that are recruiting at the moment, and you can check out their information and apply to join them, all built into the game. But this, folks, this is what I've been waiting to show you. Yep, if I sound like a robot, just refresh the page, by the way. Because my stream is showing a good connection to the Google server. So there you go. Alright, this is what I've been waiting for. Let's dance for a start. Here we go.
That's bloody silly.
There you go. Did you hear her? She says, don't be silly. Warhammer is a game where they absolutely have no dancing. They deliberately did it and said, we're not a game that dances. We're here for serious RVR shiz. No dancing. So there you go. Alright, this is the one, folks. This is it. This is called the Tome of Knowledge. And this is what it looks like. This is, quite frankly, the best thing in any MMO ever. I wish every single MMO had this. There you go, I've said it. Basically, this is a journal, like a diary that you carry around with you. And it behaves like a diary. It feels like a journal that gets filled over time with so many different things, so many collectibles. If you like Pokemon and you like... Refreshing kills the reboot, Sambo. No, actually, if you refresh you will get your stream back, just for the record there. If you like Pokemon, if you like gotta collect them all type stuff, you're gonna love this. This is literally, you can see it says here, the Journal and Compendium of SamboNZ the Bright Wizard. And that's my title there. You can see I've got XP from Tome, unlocks, RVR kills, monster kills, time played, all these stats, and I've got new entries here. This is like this massive big journal. You can see that it acts like literally like a journal here with pages, and we're going to go through it because it is absolutely incredible. Firstly, I've got some new entries in here. We'll go through them in a minute. Secondly, this is my quest log. This is where you get to see quests, and I can click on it. They're all listed down here. You can tick or untick as to whether or not they appear. If I click on it, it does this. Every single quest has a really nice lore snippet behind it. And look at this. I'm going to read this one out. Why not? You there, open an ear if you value your life. I am Samuel Twitty, Master at Arms, etc, etc, etc. It actually gives you real live Warhammer lore backstory. It's amazing. Right here I can abandon or share, I can show it on the tracker, I can mark it on the map, it shows me the requirements, and it actually tells me the rewards I get. And look at that, it says that I get 1050 XP and I get cracked Scorch Guards of Fortification. I can tell exactly what I'm going to get from that. It is amazing. I can go back and forth between the pages easily. And of course, when I've got multiple quests, I can flick through them. It is absolutely fantastic. Here we have the war story. Right now I have nothing because I haven't opened anything up. We'll get to that later. This tab here are my achievements. That's right. And here we go. We flick through. There are hundreds and hundreds of them. And by the way, lots more to unlock. These here, don't let this sort of, you think, oh, there's only a few pages of them. There are, I think, thousands of achievements, by the way. It is absolutely incredible. It's really nice. And yes, Guild Wars 2 is having a journal, and I can tell you right now that they absolutely copied it from here. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but boy oh boy did they take their cues from this, and I don't mind one bit. If it's a good thing, then emulate it. I don't care. But these guys did it first, and so far I actually prefer this one to the Guild Wars 2 journal, just saying. Here's our titles, our tactics, our items, and our cards. These are a lot of collectibles in here. I actually have all of these. Here you can see it says to use a title. I can go down. I've got one called the Validated already because I got some special stuff when I very first got the game. Got lots of different ones. If I want to, I can just right click on it and that will turn me into the Validated under my name. So there you go. We keep on going down here. We've got history and lore. Now this is amazing stuff. You can see we've got Empire, High Elves, Dwarfs versus Greenskins. Let's go into the one that we're at now. And of course we can go in and have a look at Norska, and it shows us the map. Look at that. And it actually shows you the map live, by the way. It tells you all about it. And you can see we've got all these entries to unlock. As we quest through the game, it says the Chaos Portal, the Raven Host, Hell Cannon, etc, etc. If we go back in here and look at, not Norska, what are you doing, Sambo? I want to go to Nordland, that's where we are. There we go. So you can see this is showing us a live view of the map. And you can see we've got these entries that we have to unlock. We've got the Sigmar, Militia, we've got Corruption from Within. We'll get notified when they open up and we'll be able to go in here and check them out. It's very cool. But look, the map is live. You can see the public quest. You can even see me on the map, and you can see the hotspots. And look at this. There's 4 hotspots with 24 people battling. And look, they've actually taken it back. By the way, we'll go have a look at the map in a minute. Our forces have taken back the capture points here in this RVR lake. And it's very, very cool. So again, it's this tug of war. And we're only in tier 1, for goodness sake. So there you go. Anyhow, you can go in and see lore snippets on all of the various areas and check out the maps for all of them. It is so cool. All right, this one here is Noteworthy Persons. And again, if we go in, we can go and have a look, and we'll get to meet them as we progress through the game. We've got a bestiary. This is really cool. And you can see here, some of them are highlighted, some of them aren't. That means they're unlocked. So as we meet beasts in the game, now by the way, all of these give you XP. They're not here for no reason. They give you XP, and a lot of them actually give you rewards for finishing off collections, which is amazing. So if I go into beasts here, here we go. You can see how many beast kills I've got. It gives you a brief explanation. And if I go into Hound, I've already seen a Hound because I've already done a quest, and I'll show you this in a minute. But look at this, folks. Not only does it show you the Hound, it shows you what you can win. For a start, all I need to do is encounter a Hound and I get 84 XP. Done. If I kill 25 Hounds, I get 200 XP. So on and so on. There's a whole bunch of unlocked quests here, if you like, in the Tome of Knowledge. So you'd never know unless you looked in here. And I don't know if you can tell there, but the tooltip says perform a very specific task, and some of them are hidden. So it's like this again, got to catch them all. You've got to try and find these things, and some of these actually have items as rewards, items you can only get from here. It's very, very cool. So make sure that you do this. Let's have a look at some more hot linked ones that I've obviously opened up. Dwarves. There we go. Go into a dwarf. There we go. Complete a dwarf scenario. It hasn't been done. If I do, I get a title. Plus, I get a whole bunch of XP. Let's see what happens if I go Dwarf Slayer. I have to kill one of them in PvP. If I do, there's an unlocked reward there. It looks like it's actually a piece of gear. Plus 1400 XP. It is so cool. Yes, it's kind of like the Final Fantasy XII Bestiary. Yes, definitely. Seriously, this Tome of Knowledge, as you can tell, over time, it just gets unlocked. It really feels like you're carrying around, I know this is going to sound silly, but it feels like you're carrying around a literal paper journal that you want to fill up, and you go in here and you hunt for stuff to do, and you go, oh, you know, what do I want? All right, I want to try and unlock stuff in here. Let's go into the high pass here, and there's some noteworthy persons I've got to go and find, you know. Or let's go into the Blackfire Pass, and there's all these different entries in here, etc., etc. It is just amazing. It's so incredible. I love it. We can go into the armory. Now this is very cool. This shows you your armor sets, and it shows you how far along each tier of the set you are in terms of actually getting them and earning them as rewards. It also shows you these wards, because wards can be obtained by the acquisition of specific armor sets and pieces, or for completing specific tasks, again, which are actually in the Tome of Knowledge itself. So it's very cool. We'll get to the combat soon there, Binyab. Now down the bottom here is where all the live events happen, by the way. And so you can see at the moment the Spirit of War Weekend Warfront is on. We need to participate in the High Past Cemetery scenario. That's a battleground 25 times. We need to take the crypt 10 times, etc, etc, etc. And we level up through basic, advanced and elite as we do these tasks here. And we get wicked, wicked rewards for doing that, by the way. They're absolutely amazing. All of these achievements have awards as well. It is just, seriously, like I say, it's like carrying around a paper journal, and right at the front there we have these overviews. You can always see what new entries are unlocked from the front page, and you can click on it. So you can see here I've got the validated. Click on that, takes me straight to the titles page, and it clears that so you know. Encounter a Servant of Chaos. If we click on that, we've already done that. You can see I've got 6 chaos kills, and it gives you some brief lore history there, and just for encountering one I've got 84 XP. If I kill 25 of them, I'm going to get 204 XP, and if I complete a chaos scenario, i.e. a battleground, I get more rewards, and there's heaps of hidden unlocks there. I love this. Please, every game out there, will you please have a Tome of Knowledge? Now again, I'm not bagging out Guild Wars 2. You guys know that Regina J. Lacerda and I are absolutely going to play the hell out of that game, and I love it a lot. The journal that they have, though, is not up to scratch with this yet. I hope they do. I hope they take more cues from this and make it like it. Alright, so before we get into our quest here, what I'm going to do is just show you some combat. We're just going to pop down here because, of course, in my Tome of Knowledge, let's go back in here, and if we go into the, let's see, go into rewards, where will I go? I'm going to go into, perhaps, history, yes, Norska. What am I looking for? No, I want to go into the bestiary. That's where I want to go. And I want to go to humans. And here we go. Chaos, Empire, etc. You can see the kill tab there. It says 600000. I want to go to Chaos. And I want to do this one here. Kill 25 Servants of Chaos. That's the one that I actually do want to do. Now, don't worry, I'm not going to kill 25 of them right off the bat. But I'm going to do some combat. Let's have a look at the combat here. By the way, you can right-click on anybody, and they talk, and you can even right click on players. Listen to this.
Not from around here, are you?
There we go. That is a chaos player, by the way. If we hover over him, you can see he's level 1 and he is a witch hunter. But anyhow, we're going to do some battling. Here we go. We've got a massive range, and you can see up here it's the same. We've got the portrait of the enemy and who they're targeting, target of target. So let's blow off one of these fireballs. Love the animations. Look at that animation, it's amazing. And flick your fingers there to ignite. And we took him down. Nice and simple. Now he hasn't got any loot there. if you have loot, it's basically a one-click loot system. What I want to do now is use the combustion, the meltdown. You can see my combustion is building up in the middle here. What I'm going to do is we'll just build it up a little bit, and we're going to use that meltdown, hopefully, ability. Watch her fingers. She snaps her fingers, just literally lifts them up and snaps them. And she basically gives this great big blast. It's so funny. I'm going to spin the camera around next time to do it. And they're running away. There we go. Oh, too late. She already died. Here's what looting looks like. They sparkle on the ground. You can see my combustion here has got 5 and it's glowing in flames. That's how you know how much combustion it's got. Just right click on there and I've got auto loot set on. Now you can turn that off, by the way, if you want to see what's in the bags before you loot. I just got some money there. Now I really want to get this animation of her doing the meltdown because it's so good. So let's build it up. Build up combustion. I'm just going to spin around. There we go. Watch this. There we go. Boom! Snap those fingers and blow them to pieces. It is so awesome. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. Alright, so let's just kill a couple more of these. When did this game come out? Who's that? Yukito. This game actually came out about the end of 2007, beginning of 2008. Fantastic game, especially if you like PvP. Again, just reminding you guys that we're doing PvE only at the moment because we're right at the beginning. Now I want to go back and hand in this quest, but what we'll do is we'll go into the Tome of Knowledge and we'll check that our count for those Chaos players has actually increased. So let's do that. Hit K and let's see, kill 25 of them. Alright, so yes, it has increased. It's up here, you can see we've got 10 kills. And yeah, boom, snap those fingers. How cool is it, by the way? Incredible. It's very cool. Yeah, beginning of 2008, end of 2007 is when it came out. So we just need to get that to 25. We'll probably get to do it in the other quest. Now, over here, I'm going to give you a sneak peek. This is the Chaos starting zone over the way there, and it's so cool. If you're familiar with the Warhammer lore, you will recognize that stuff over there very much. I'm going to zoom right in. There we go. Very much Chaos looking, and you can see there's twisted overgrowth down there. There's the Chaos war machines, the Raven Hell Cannon. It is very, very well done, by the way. It really does feel like you're playing in the Warhammer universe. It's so cool. Alright, let's hand in this quest now. Let's get moving. What do we got? We're at 123. I did plan to only make this an hour stream, but I think we're going to go a little bit longer if you guys don't mind.
At long last.
That obviously is what a quest hand-in looks like. You can see it's got the tick there, it's turned yellow, and other quest icons will cover off as we go. Very easy interface. Wolves among the sheep there tells us what the rewards are, and we get to choose. There we go, complete that.
As a reward for your actions, a new item has just been placed into your backpack.
Excuse me, folks, just took that opportunity to grab a drink, and let's have a look at some of the quests here. Loving the art style, Z-Bob Fish, hello to you. And yes, the art style is very cool. Do you play Blacklight Retribution? No, I don't. I'm not interested in that one, sorry. So there we go, a little bit of a tutorial there. Now we've got ourselves another quest. You can see there, green. That's what it'll look like out in the open world if a guy has a quest for you. A nice bright green one, and again it'll turn yellow with a tick if you're ready to rock and roll. This is going to award us 52 copper and a bunch of XP. Speak with Lenric amongst the burning houses in the village of Grimhagen. Now again, you don't need to read all of this stuff, but if you are into Warhammer Online, it is a great read. All the time that they've taken on the lore, it's absolutely canon, and it is very cool if you want to get into the lore of it. Let's accept that.
Good job.
There we go, into the fire, accepted. Now, by the way, folks, I haven't been paying attention, but you do want to keep an eye on things that pop up in the game, because they are realm versus realm stuff. By the way, you can see we're playing at night here as well. Let's help out that guy. Now, she does have an auto attack. You can see I can smack that guy there with right-click auto attack. It's very cool. But we want to be keeping an eye on the map. Now you can see, look at this, look at this. There's this heated battle going on. You know what, I can't wait to get over there. I want to get in there and kick some ass. Because there the Harvest Shrine has been controlled by the forces of destruction. Over here we've still got our ones. Clearly with all these heated battles here, they're trying to take it back. That is a real back and forth. Look at this up the top here, the top right, we've got the zone control, the order and the chaos. The chaos are just managing to keep the edge up there. It is fantastic. It's so exciting going in there. And don't forget, folks, all of the all of the actual races now spawn in the one place. It used to be that you were miles away from each other, but now dwarves, high elves, and wizards, us, or other empire, all spawn in the same spot. And what that means is that you're all funneled into here very, very quickly. It's very cool and very, very action-oriented. All right, here we go. Lanric's faithful hound. Hello there. Into the fire. Let's complete that.
Safe travel.
And there we go. We have earned rank 2. Into the fire completed, and I love those things that come up. Now, by the way, I'm going to leave this, and I'm deliberately playing on my free-to-play account because I knew I'd get a lot of questions. Here is the difference. Somebody asked us before, what are the differences for subscribing versus free-to-play, and I'll go through that in just 1 second. Z-Bob Fish, yes, he used to play the tabletop game, awesome. Jones, Jimbo, Sambo, unrelated to war, but have you taken a look at Terra Online? Yes, I have, and I'm not playing it. Only it's too grindy for me, mate. I don't like Korean MMOs. Okay, so unlimited playtime, yes. RVR combat, yes. They're the two big things. You still get them if you're on free to play. Advanced to beyond rank 10, no. Access to all scenarios, no. Access to all zones and dungeons, no. So there you go. There's lots of things in here that you will want to actually buy the game for. For example, I think using the auction house, yep. We can't claim guild keeps. You can't use siege weaponry. And you can't participate in city battles. But for the main part, you can play as long as you like, get to level 10 and do as much RVR as you like. It's very cool. Alright, so this guy here is saying he's marked the area on our map and we need to free 3 villages and we need to kill 3 torchbearers from the marauders. There we go, that has been accepted again. We can look on the map. Now this is a very cool thing about the game, is that we've got, yes I am drinking tea. Down here, I hope you can see this on the map, there's this red quest lake, as they're called. What it does is it shows very, very specifically the zone that is available for me to complete my quest. I hope you can see that on the YouTube video. I can see it on the preview here. Let's have a look. I'm having a look. Yeah, there you go. I can see it. So that tells you exactly where to go. So it's a very easy game to play PvE wise. And again, 10 out of 10 to these guys for making the maps just chocker full of information. That, by the way, you can turn on and off. For example, here we go. If I turn this off, there you go. The actual tracking has gone. If you want to play the game by, trying to figure things out and using the clues in the quest log, you can do that. If you just want to know where to go, turn it on. It is your choice. It's that simple. All right, let's go do that. We've got villages freed, and what else have we got? Villages freed, 0 of 3, and torchbearers killed. There's a torchbearer. Let's lay into this guy. Nice long cast there. And that was a one shot. Alright, I really want to use my finger snap one, and I also want to be able to build up my combustion bigger than 15, because that means it's more powerful. Here we go, finger snap. Bam! Love it. And this guy's got loot. There we go, let's take that. Thank you very much. Very quick looting, by the way. Now we need to free the villagers. We need to open the door. There we go, villagers freed. And I love the quest text that comes up, by the way. Very, very, very cool font that it uses. Now here's another thing about the game. If I'm facing away and then go to task, it auto-faces. So it is an auto-facing game, which again makes a massive difference in PvP, by the way. It's a lot easier because you don't have to worry. I'll prove my point. Here we go, facing completely away, and that was not me turning. That was the game turning it around already. Snap of the fingers, boom! There we go, dead. Loving it. Have I ever played Tom Clancy games, Splinter Cell, etc.? You better believe it. Played the very first Splinter Cell and all of the ones since. It's very cool. Someone's asking, who's that? Stolen by Friend. Is it a pay per play? Yes, it's a minimal subscription monthly, I believe. It's been a while since I've checked that out. Alright, let's go grab another one of these torchbearers here. Can't see it. He ran away and hid in the house. Big chicken. There we go. Got him 3 out of 3. And let's loot him. Alright, 2 out of 3 done. Now, one more thing, folks. Up the top, I forgot to show you, is the XP bar. You may not be able to see it because it's very thin and it doesn't take up much room in the UI, but if I hover over it, it actually tells me the name. It tells me how much XP I've got, 9% of the way through. It tells me whether I'm rested. Oh, excuse me, I burped. That's disgusting. Tells me whether we're rested or not. And that's right, I know auto-facing is a bit weird, isn't it? It's a lot better though in RVRs and in PvP. It just makes things a whole lot easier. Once we get different types of RVP, there's 2 types of ranks you can be in this game. For example, right now I am rank 2. That's me. If we look at, what is it, P I think, there we go. Rank 2 Bright Wizard, that's me. But you can also have a separate RVR rank. So it's a PvE rank, and you rank that up completely separately, and that appears under this bar as well. It's very cool. But remember folks, you can level through this game in PvP only. All you get in PvP is XP. It's fantastic. Like, you actually get like normal XP for fighting in PvP. It's just great. You don't have to do any of this at all. In fact, a lot of people just run straight from here and straight to the battleground or start doing scenarios. They'll either basically bring up one of these and just jump straight into it, because they're lots of fun, these, by the way. There's different types: capture the flag, there's hold on to the object types, there's you know, domination types. It's great. You can do that from level 1, or you can leap straight up here into this battle. Look at that, it's resetting. It's controlled by neither realm. That's counting down, 15 seconds left. That, I guarantee, is going to be a hotspot very, very shortly. I really want to get in there and start fighting for king and country. There's no doubt about it. Alright, let's have a look. Let's kill one more of these guys, just because it's so much fun. Oh, one-shotted him again. Yeah, I did. I threw him through the wall. That was nuts. Alright, we've still got to free one more villager. Let's grab the one over here. Seriously, just one-shotting these guys, it's a bit lame. Never mind. We like feeling powerful, but these, again, these bright mages are so powerful. It is ridiculous, but we are very, very, very squishy, I'll tell you that much. Very hard. You've got to keep away from things. You've got to really play strategically in PvP. Now, I've also got a sprint. Everybody gets a sprint ability right from level 1, and you can see that's leveled up to level 2 now automatically. And yes, the Hex is level 2. The Damaging Meltdown is automatically leveled up to level 2 as well. If we go into our abilities here, wrong window, Sambo, not there either. Been a while, forgive me. Here we go. So you can see these leveling up all the time, and we'll get to go to see our trainer soon. Hopefully we'll be able to learn some more as well. What is the max level in this game? Wow, you know what? That's a really good question. I think it's level 40. I honestly can't remember. How's that? Don't take my word for it. I don't know. I'm very sorry. It could be 50. Alright, Grimhagen Burning. There we go. We got ourselves XP, and we got ourselves money. 1,050 XP. Very nice. Speak with Elsa Schmidt, and we're going to get our very first set of new boots as well. And there we go. The tooltip auto comparing there, by the way. It's very, very cool. Except, here we go. And again, you can always look on the map if you don't know where you need to go. And it looks like we're heading into the city proper, which is very cool. So you guys get to see that awesome architecture of the city, by the way. Well, it's not a city, it's the first little village that you come across, but there's always the feeling of death, destruction, and war in this game. It's very, very cool. There's always battles going on, whether it's between NPCs or RVR. It's just way cool. And that's right, by the way, Blocksmiths, the sprint is now level 1 in Star Wars The Old Republic as well. Here we go, this is what the architecture looks like. I really, really like it here, by the way. It's so cool, it's kind of European looking. So you guys, if you've played Warhammer Online before, will be very familiar with this village here. It's so cool. There is the career trainer. You can always tell what they look like by that really cool icon above their head. Let's right click on her, see if she's got anything.
Can teach valuable skills, abilities, and tactics which increase your prowess both on and off the battlefield.
There we go, and thank you very much. By the way, Binyab is confirmed that it is indeed level 40. Let's see if we can buy any career abilities. Yes, we've got one. Very cool. It shows you how much it costs. 20 copper there. It's the Path of Incineration. They are different paths, which are like talent trees in the game. Won't have enough time, obviously, to look at all of those in this episode. But don't worry, folks. We will absolutely be going back to Warhammer Online in a future episode. Now, also, I'm looking at streaming time. We've hit the 1 hour 5 mark. We'll go for a little bit longer. Don't worry. Now I'm going to buy this ability, which is called Train Seer. There we go. Goodbye.
Road.
That's automatically appeared in my hotbar down here. You can see it is a 1 second cast. It builds 25 combustion, and it causes a pillar of scalding gas to erupt from the ground, dealing 73 elemental damage to your target. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm going to swap that around. We are absolutely going to have a go at that one. That sounds awesome. Alright, here we go. The hand in here. You can see they're wearing their awesome Chaos armor, by the way. Look at the detail on that shield. So awesome. Seriously, got to start playing this game again. Here we go.
There you are.
There you are. Here we go, and we're going to get their shoes. Let's straight away take the shoes and equip those. And you can see that they are much better than what we've got currently equipped. And yes, shoes do change your appearance in this game, which is awesome. And we also have jewelry and appearance and trophy slots. It's very, very cool. Now, let's see if we can see those boots, because seriously, the Bright Mage outfit at the beginning looks awesome. It really, really does. And you can see I've got a tattoo that's glowing there. I got to choose that in the character creator, and we've got some nice boots which have a nice fire motif on them. Alright, Raven Hell Cannons, 0 of 2. I'm not going to bother reading it out.
Get on with it.
All you need to know is that the Hell Cannons are awesome, and we have to go and deal to them. Now check this out. Listen to the dwarf. This is a real player.
Hello, handsome. You look tired. Pull my finger. Have you got the cruts? Wazzocks.
That's so cool. I love them. I love them. I love them. No, sorry, it wasn't Chaos armor. It was Empire armor. So I'm half asleep. You're absolutely right. This is a merchant.
Ready?
And this is what an ordinary merchant looks like. Now, I actually had an add-on which I disabled prior to streaming because I thought it might play up with things, which is a one-hit, vendor trash loot thing. Gets rid of them all. Let's get rid of all of these symbols here. Yeah, we can get rid of that, I think, for armor. Yeah. And we'll get rid of that. We can now get rid of the writ of the validated. Oh, no, it doesn't want to be gotten rid of. Yes, we want to destroy that. Thank you very much. And there's our book of binding. We definitely want to keep that. That's going to take us back home.
Tell your friends.
Alright, so standard stuff there. Look at this. Awesome looking statue. So cool. Here is a rally master.
Come about the war, have you?
Now, rally masters are really important in the game. Yes, we will get our first public quest, and that's what it's all about. For a start, I want to set our rally point. There we go. That basically sets our Hearthstone, if you like, and we can select our influence rewards. Now, by doing public quests, we gain a stat called influence, and I'll show you that in the Tome of Knowledge, because the public quests in the Tome of Knowledge are so well laid out. Once we start getting enough influence, we can actually buy these rewards, and if we get through basic, advanced, which gives us an actual robe, which, by the way, how do I... Damn it, I thought I could preview them. It's been a while. Maybe you can and I don't remember. But we get really iconic mage armor from these guys, and you can see elite as well. Need more influence, we get ourselves an awesome stuff. Now this is totally optional. If you don't do public quests, it doesn't matter. There are tens of other ways of getting gear in the game, so it really, really, really doesn't matter. But if you want to do the public quests, you can. As you can see around me, there's no shortage of players, so you're absolutely going to be able to do them, and we get to every time we do the public quest, we get influence. We come here to this guy and get our influence rewards. It's that easy. Now what else have we got here? We got a mount vendor. I don't think we're going to be able to get any mounts, are we? Let's have a look. Imperial Pack Mule. How much does he cost? He costs 1 deed for a starter mount. Oh, so that is a starter mount. I don't have that deed, unfortunately. I can't show you that. We've got a novelty vendor here. Let's have a chat with her. And she's got all sorts of crazy stuff there, exotic things, which look like they are trophies indeed. Now the cool thing about trophies in this game, I'm just going to go to the character window. Here we've got 5 trophy slots, and the first one is unlocked. If I wanted to buy that, I could actually put the trophies on my character and they hang off your belt. Alright, so on your belt you actually get to see them, and like you get people's heads and all sorts of trinkets, and it's so awesome. It just like customizes your character. Now I want to answer a question here before we go on. Banyaba's saying, how would someone who only does PvP get new gear? Easy. When you do PvP, you get another type of currency. And when you're in the PvP area, i.e. up in here, once we get up the top there, you can see there are camps. See that? It says Breyer's Regiment. That there is a major camp, and they have trainers, they have merchants, they have services, and they have kill collectors and mailboxes and all that sort of stuff. It's all up in here. Once we get to that camp, you'll see masters of PvP basically that will allow you to get awesome PvP gear, which is based on how well you're doing, what your rank in PvP is, etc, etc. So you can totally rank up and gear up only through PvP. Now Tallahassee did that when we were playing. He basically didn't do any PvE questing. He leveled his entire character through PvP and got PvP gear as well. It is very, very, very cool. So there you go. Just looking at the comments, guys. There we go. Okay, so hopefully that explains that for you. You can totally PvP. We've got Companion Keeper here, which is a little pet seller if you want to. So all the novelty fluff stuff is here. It's very cool though. Now again, looking on my map, we can see exactly what's here. And you can see we've got vendors, and they all highlight there on the tooltip. Now I seem to remember that we're able to go inside. I'm going to do that just so you can see what it's like going in. Open the door. There we go. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have quest givers in here later as well.
Yeah? Remember your ancestors.
What regiment you with?
Just thought you might like to have a listen to some of the voices.
By the luck of Ranald. What regiment you with?
Now hopefully you guys can hear the voices, by the way. Alright, let's head out, and I think what we'll do is I want you guys to see a hell cannon, because the hell cannons are very, very cool. So I'm just looking for where we need to go, and of course all I need to do is look on the map, and it's basically off the side road there to the north of us. And so we're going out into pastoral country now as we head out into the game world proper, and the world is huge. And yes, by the way, it is completely seamless open world. The only instanced areas are the RVR, not the RVR, they're completely open world, are the battlegrounds. But look how good it is. I mean, this looks like it would look like. We're coming out of the Empire territory. We've got crops here, we've got farmers. Look at them.
Tall's teeth.
That's right. We've got workers here. We've got whole farmers' families. It really does look like a real zone, as I would imagine it. It's so cool. Anyhow, what we need to do is find these hell cannons, and here's some marauders. Look at that with their crazy arms. Let's kill some of these guys. There we go. Now, what you will start to see are some unlocks start to happen. Now, that's the one, renown. That's what I was looking for. Thank you very much. That's the PvP currency, is renown. As we come across new areas, new people, and new things that we haven't seen, we should get unlocks in the tome, and that should tell us exactly what's going on. Now you can see, you probably won't be able to see, but on here on my minimap is the actual area. If I hover over it on my minimap, look down the bottom there. It actually tells me straight away. It's a quest waypoint, and it shows me the quest lake, and it says Raven Hell Cannon 0 of 2. And it's just so easy. You can never get lost in this game. So much great information and tracking. Really, I wish all games used a system like this. Anyway, here we go up to the hell cannons. I wonder if they'll unlock a tome unlock. Hopefully they will. Maybe I've already seen one, not sure. Alright, so here we go, the Empire cannons, and you can see down the bottom there they go, the Raven Hell cannons. They are amazing. They're almost alive. You can see their great big skull faces down there, and of course that is the Chaos entry. And I'd say what we're going to have to do is kill these guys. Let's just block some spam while we're at it. Alright, let's try this. This is very cool, by the way, guys. What you're going to see is we get ourselves a new toolbar there. Are there transportation things? Oh, like subways and all the rest of it. Yeah, I can't remember. I know there are instant travel methods in the game, but I'm not sure if there are boats and stuff. I honestly can't remember. Maybe someone in chat can tell me. Here's the cannon, and you can see there I can enter sniper aim mode, and here we go. Now, as I move, you can see the little crosshairs go into, well, basically it means that it's not very accurate, and you can see it actually tells you what to do. Left click to fire, right click to zoom, steady your aim to increase damage. Alright, so it's not time, so I'm just going to get back in there. I'm going to right click and zoom. There we are, and then I'm going to hit fire, You can see it's got a cooldown down at the bottom, so we've got to wait for that. Let's see if we can kill this thing. And more damage, yes please. Alright, they definitely don't want to die very easily. Let's try one up the front here perhaps. Raven Hellcannons, right, they're very tough, aren't they? Yes, absolutely plan on recording more of this game in the future without a doubt. Right, so we're just waiting for the cooldown down the bottom there. That's me spamming the fire button, you can hear. Oh, and just ran out of time. There we go, lots and lots of damage. That's better, that's what we want. And we did it! 2 out of 2 of the Hell Cannons all done. You can see our return is actually right here as well. There's a High Elf, by the way, and they are a Swordmaster. Again, that's the tanking class in the game. Very, very cool. Now, another little great idea I think that the game has. Notice down the bottom here, I've got an arrow when I select a target. No matter where I am, it always points towards my target. Now, that, again, really is something that comes out of the RVR and the PvP. You really want to know where your target is. Oh, thank you very much. Whoever said gyrocopters? Yes, I remember now. Gyrocopters, thank you. I actually have one. Can you believe I forgot it? Sorry about that. It's been so long since I played this game, forgive me. Alright, Cuthbert, what have you got to say?
There you are. Keep to the road.
Alright, Raven Hell Servants, Hell Fangs, and Hell Magus is our next targets. Now let's go into our Tome of Knowledge. Go into the Bestiary. Go into Beasts, and you'll see new stuff gets opened up in there all the time, by the way. It is very, very cool. Let's go into our quest log. There it is, silencing the cannons. That's what we have to do. And not only that, let's see if we've got any unlocks. Aha! Alright, this is what I wanted to see. So here is stuff that we've unlocked since the last time we looked at it. You can see XP from the Tome from getting unlocks. I've got 930, 42 unlocks already. RVR kills, which is the PvP 0. Monster kills 25. Let's have a look. Prologue, the Empire. This is great. This was not unlocked before. It's very, very, very cool. And this actually tells us all about the Empire. And it even shows us live on the map. Look at that. There's the icons of where we are, etc., etc. You can thumb through all this stuff, and it is very, very cool. And this is where we want to be, the Empire storyline. This is what I was talking about before with the public questing. Now, it shows you a map of the area. Awesome. It gives you a background of exactly where we are, which is Grimhagen. And there it is, all there. It's all unlocked. This wasn't there before because we didn't come to this area. Now you can see here, all public quests in the area contribute to influence in this chapter because we're in Empire Storyline Chapter 1. Collect enough influence to gain the basic, advanced, and elite rewards shown above. And look at that, we get ourselves a damn fine staff, a choice of 2 of them. We get ourselves awesome flame robe, and we get a choice of healing or invigoration pots there. It's so cool. It is so addictive. You want to go out and find public quests and do them and get these rewards as soon as possible so you get awesome gear and have fun being thrown into a public quest playing with complete strangers. It is so awesome. I really can't wait to do that. And of course later on we will unlock Chapter 1, Chapter 2, etc, etc, etc. It's just fantastic. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's all back here. If we go all the way back, here we go. New entries. Eldred Krebs. That's a new person of note. The Plague. Of course the Plague is rampant here where we are. Superstition. Some background is, I mean, can you see what I mean? It's just incredible. Kill 25 Servants of Chaos. There we go, we've got our first little unlock there under the Chaos tree, and you can see I got myself a bunch of XP for that. If I complete a Chaos scenario, I'm going to get a title and a whole crap load. And now another one has opened up. kill 100 servants of chaos. It is ongoing. If I could, I would love to take this book, rip it out of the screen, and have it with me everywhere in real life. It is just so awesome. I love it. Alright, so let's have a look at the time. We are at 1:50. We've got 10 minutes left, folks. 10 minutes only. Let's go kill a couple more things. I had really wanted to do a scenario with you guys, but I'm so sorry. And that, of course, is a PvP scenario, because this game really is all about PvP. And the battlegrounds are pretty much like you would see in WoW, but they're a lot more frantic and a lot more fun, and in my opinion, a lot more balanced as well, because again, they are the focus of this game. Let's use Melt, this new ability here. Here it is. It is Ignite. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, he got in the way. Come on, Ignite. Oh, damn it, he died first. Okay, I want to see this Ignite. This is our new one here, which causes a pillar of scalding gas to erupt from the ground. Really want to see that. Raven Hellmaster. No, we don't need a Hellmaster. I don't really want to go in there either, because the Hellmaster, as you can see, is quite tough. Hell Servant. That's who we want. Alright, let's go in here. Ignite. Now let's do our new ability here. Oh my god, did you see that? And boom! And it's back off cooldown already. That is amazing. Is this game free? Yes, it is free to play. Are there spiders? You better believe it. There are hopes. Got to go. Thank you, Benab, by the way. Nice. Oh, downloading now. Good on you. Good on you. Now, at the end of this stream, and in the description below this video, I will tell you my character name, and I will tell you what server I'm on, because I want you guys here for the next live stream. I want you guys to join me. Why not? We can do public quests together, and more importantly, we can go in and do RVR scenarios together. That's what it's really about. This game shines in PvP, and it shines when you're talking about group content. It is completely different. Now, before we do sign off and I tell you all those details, I want to go in here and just kill off the rest of these guys so we can at least complete another quest. Where have we got? Here we go. A Hell Servant. Yep, that's who we want. Let's do these amazing fire abilities. Boom! And now Seer. Look at that plume of flame! And Ignite. Snap your fingers, Sambo. Oh, this is so cool. So much fun. Seriously. Down they go. Alright, now we want Raven Hellfangs and Hell Mages. Now I think they are dogs. And by the way, who asked for spiders? Whoever wanted spiders, here they are. The Nacht Spinners. Let's take one out just for the hell of it. There you go, spiders indeed. Alright, we are looking for Hell Mages and Hell Fangs. Now I'm pretty sure the Hell Mages are up the top here, and the Hell Fangs are the Zealots. We'll soon find out. Yeah, there we go. There is a Zealot Hellfang. We want to take this guy down. There we go, Raven Hellfangs. Now these guys are awesome, and there's another Hell Servant. We'll take him down. These guys are amazing because they actually carry around a skull of their enemies in their hand. It is so cool. And you can see it in his hand a little bit there. Let's see if we can get one that's alive. Here's one. Oh no, what's that? Oh, and Hell Magus. So this is the other class, of course, the caster of the Chaos, and you can see they are on a disc. It's very cool. And they've summoned their Pink Horror. They are a pet class. We now have to take that down as well. And there we go. Done. So if you wanted to play as a pet and have a rather play on a disc and have a pink pet, that's the class for you. Right, now all we're looking for is a Hellfang. Couple of those, and then we are done. And there's one. Oh, that's a Hell Magus. Where's another Hellfang? Come to Papa. And there we go. Bonnet82 saying, "Watch you don't kill yourself. Sambo combustion is dangerous in this game." That's right, and I absolutely could kill myself. Alright, let's see if we can find... What do we got over there? Oh! We've got a named mob over there. I think we should kill it. With our huge range here. Here he comes. Have some fire, why don't you? Boom. Right, now I'm looking for the last two of these Hellfangs. Where are they? Come on. They're in here somewhere, and of course it's random spawning. Got a Hell Servant. There's one. There's one. Can pick him a mile away. Let's pick him off from a mile away, by the way. And down they go. Let's take out the Hell Mages while we're here. Do our new Seer ability. And then, of course, click of the fingers. Boom. Right, I'm going to go into the heart of the beast here to find the last one. Snap those fingers. And look at that. My combustion is up to 35. I need to keep this on a roll because we're doing extra damage, and our crit chances are going bonkers. So can you see what I mean, folks? Imagine critting with all. Look at that! I critted one shot at him. Let's see if we can keep it going. It's at 45 now. Let's see if we can get this right up to 100. See if we can build up our combustion. And again, it's very dangerous for me as well. I could easily kill myself. And there comes a pink horror, a blue horror this time. My combustion has gone down to 25 to 30. Boom! Get rid of that. Come on, combustion, stay up there. I really want to, I mean, gee, you know, we are getting so powerful now, seriously. Looks like I've killed them all. Ah! And look, it got up to 95. Let's see if we can do a massive firebolt here with 95 combustion. One shot at him. Let's do it again. 100 combustion. Can we get a backfire and kill myself? That would be... I'm one-shotting these guys like there is no tomorrow. This is amazing. This is what it's like when you build up your combustion, especially in PvP, in realm versus realm. It gets nasty. You are a force to be reckoned with. Trust me. You're as squishy as all hell, but you're a force to be reckoned with. And there we go. We are done. Our quest is complete, and we've left a trail of bodies here. Let's get the heck out of here. I'm going to use my sprint ability, by the way, just so you can see that. And again, everyone gets that. There it is. Everyone gets that from level 1, which is so awesome. If we look on our map, there we go. I'm going to go back and wrap up this epic length live stream episode. Sorry it took so long. I think I need to go right round. By the way, I think the cooldown on there is only about 30 seconds, so it's not too bad. Am I going to be able to get back up here? I think these cliffs might be a bit too steep. Let's go all the way around. Oh, and there's the hell cannons firing at us, by the way. Nasty business. And yes, oh, I was watching chat. Can you believe it? I fell off as I was watching chat. Got to stop doing that. And yes, grats to us, we're level 3. In fact, let's get ourselves to a trainer. We'll hand in first and then get ourselves to a trainer. And that is where we'll finish off the episode. Now, don't fall down this time, Sambo, you moron. Okay, here we go. Using our sprint. Burn, baby, burn! Disco Inferno! That's right. Silencing the cannons. There we go. And report to Elrin Bitterstone. Let's have a look on the map and see where he is. He's north of us, but before we do that, which won't be in this episode, look at those graphics. Isn't it awesome? We are going to go and we're going to train up and see what other crazy ability we get here. While we're doing that, let's have a look at our map and see what... Oh, look! There's contention everywhere. The Harvest Shrine is currently controlled by the Forces of Destruction, and there's 12 or more people battling there. There's all sorts of hotspots. There's a huge hotspot. Look at that. 24 in the RVR lake up there. And, of course, the Chaos has taken, the Destruction have taken back the entire zone, so we lost all of our buffs. Seriously, so much fun in this game. One thing I like about this game is that there are... I'm not going to lie here. I reckon that at any given time in the game, no matter where you are, you could possibly have a choice of about 10 different activities to do. Whether it's hunting for stuff here in the Tome of Knowledge. In fact, let's see if we've got any more unlocks. We have! Woo! Alright, we've triggered 25 critical hits there. For that, I got myself a title. Oh yeah, love it. And that completely came out of the blue. You know why I got my critical hits? That's because my combustion was right up. And you can see there, it is the Crucial Crusher. I'm going to look down here in my achievements. It's an achievement that I unlocked out of the Tome of Knowledge, Crucial Crusher. I'm going to right click on that, and there we are. My title is now the Crucial Crusher. If I F1 on myself, oh, I still don't get to see my title, unfortunately. But I would see now a title of Crucial Crusher, which is very, very cool. And that was just unlocked for doing all those crit hits. Can you imagine, folks, how many of them there are? There are thousands of unlocks in the Tome of Knowledge. It is awesome. And you're saying Bright Wizards are the absolute... what is it? Oh, it's scrolled out of the way. I'm sorry. But if you're saying they're very powerful, yes. It is very, very cool. They're a great mob, a great class to play rather. Very squishy though, be careful. Encounter a giant spider. There we go. And of course you saw me do that. And now we've got to try and do these unlocks here. Kill 25 of them. And we've got one here which is called Tacky Decor. And to get that we have to go to Troll Country and explore a monster habitat. So again, all of these will unlock pages and pages and pages and pages of them. All in our trusty Tome of Knowledge, which you get to carry around. Do you know what I would have thought would have been great, by the way, if these guys offered you to actually print it out once it's like, I don't know. I would totally buy a bought copy, a printed copy of it. Encountered a Centaur, that's the name mob that we got there. Good to the last drop. You can see we actually got a title of some sort, where we have to discover a unique item. We have to kill 25 of them as well. So there you have it. You can see, by the way, this is where buffs appear down here, and you can see if I hover over that, City Glory Rank 2. Now this, as we finish up this episode, this is what it's all about. If we go into our map here, we go out to the main screen, look at that. We actually own our city now, and because of that, and because the city is actually at rank 2, now you won't be able to read it on the tooltip, but you have different ranks in the city for doing different things. Now, when you get your city up to rank 2, different things open. Like, for example, the sewers open, the guild tavern opened, a whole different lot of things open up. And when that happens as well, everywhere in the game, our faction here actually gets a buff. Look at that. We've got City Glory rank 2 defensive. Our XP gained is increased by 2%. Our influence gained doing public quests is increased by 2%. Get this, our renown, that's our PvP currency, is increased by 2%. And not only that, gold gained is increased by 2%. Seriously, this is amazing. I love this game. Now, what are you saying there? The faction war camps, by the way, thank you for all this information, Barut. The faction war camps are done next door to each other. Yes, you can wave to destruction. I know. If we go into our menu here, rather into our map, let's just do that. They are literally right next door to each other. You can see each other. It is so funny. That is the Empire war camp right there, and right there is the Chaos one. So we're side by side. Like, it's just bonkers. It is completely nuts. And look, you can quest out of here. You won't get flagged for RVR if you quest outside. You only will if you go into the RVR lake, by the way. But you are right in amongst, this is where the two zones, remember what's up above, this is up above, so the enemy is questing down through this zone, we're questing up, and they meet right in the middle. They meet, bang, right there. It's so bonkers. It's great design. And don't forget, folks, as well, what we'll be doing if we live stream this again, you can see public quests. These are these chests over here, and the ones that are gold, you can hover over it and it says currently 5 players. Designed for 2 to 3 players, there's currently 5 playing that one. This one here is designed for 6 to 9 players, there's currently 3 players there, so we would head over to that public quest and join in. And again, remember that the public quests aren't there just for shits and giggles, basically. They are there for a very specific reason, and that is, if I can find it, here. Here's the Empire storyline. And you can see here, this is our area influence. And if we hover over it, it says you gain influence points for this chapter by participating in public quests. Once you gain X amount, etc., 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 you unlock. If I click on that, go into more detailed information. So you can always get at this stuff from the Tome of Knowledge. It is absolutely awesome. Alright folks, I think we're going to wrap it up. Let me have a look on the stream counter, and we have been streaming for 1 hour and 34 minutes. That is bonkers. Didn't expect it to go that long. I would like to thank each and every one of you, by the way, as we give a bow. Do we bow? Yes, but it's not animated. That's no good. Maybe we'll give a cheer. Hang on. There we go. Let's find somewhere nice to sign off. Somewhere with some pretty scenery, perhaps. In fact, how about right there? We'll look at the good old statue in the background there. It looks awesome. I would like to thank each and every one of you for staying for the hour and a half. I certainly hope you're enjoying these live streams now. We are definitely going to be live streaming a lot more. I aim to do at least 2 a week. One at this time, and that'll be covering off the older MMOs, of course. And another one that I want to do, which are... will I let you know? It's a bit of a surprise. Let me just say that it's got 2 others in it. There are 2 other members of our little community here that we're going to get in a regular live stream. Let me answer a couple of your questions before I go. Details on the next one so we can play with you, Sambo? Oh, absolutely. And thank you very much for all the kind comments you're typing in there. Thank you, thank you. You download to play. Is it pay to play? Nightwolf Koji, you can play for free up to level 10 and unlimited time. And after that, you have to subscribe. The next live stream of this will be Lord of the Rings Online. That will be next week. I may do some random ones throughout the week. I'm not sure, but be on the lookout. It'll be early in the week for the other regular live stream show that I want to do. I'll give you the name of it. It is called Holy Trinity, and you can guess as to which 3 people might be appearing in that live stream. So as usual, if you want to know what live streams are, the beautiful thing about streaming on YouTube is that they will always be scheduled. So look in my feed. Once again, in the feed tab of my main YouTube channel, you go in there, you'll see all... Oh, there we go, by the way, look at that. Nordland and Norska have been captured by the forces of destruction. That comes up, and look at that. They're totally zone controlled. There you go. See? That's how it works. So we need to really fight to get back, because we now lose all of those extra buffs. It's really good. Really good mechanic. Look in the feed tab for what live streams have been scheduled, and there may be more than one. Also, I have created a live stream playlist which you can get to off my main front page. If you go in there, I will also have the scheduled live streams in that playlist. So even though they haven't happened yet, you'll be able to see what is being scheduled. So I expect nobody to ever complain that you don't know when I'm live streaming, because if I am, it'll be scheduled in the feed and scheduled in my live stream playlist. So there you go. Thank you for the lovely comments, guys, by the way. I very much appreciate that. Yes, there will be Age of Conan coming up. This was Warhammer. Next is Lord of the Rings Online. After that will be Age of Conan, and after that will be Vanguard. So I'd like to give you guys my humble thanks for coming along. Thank you very much. I certainly hope you guys are having a great weekend and a great week wherever you are in the world. And of course, as you guys know, I do look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, it's me saying take care. Let's have a bit of a wave. We shall see you next time, and bye-bye, guys.